I see you've fallen for my little trap. So guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay. Today I have for you the INTJ holiday gift guide, if you will. What are you expecting to see? Because we're not going to be talking about things, we're not going to be talking about sensory things today because that's not on the guide. It's not going to be as easy as going to the mall and picking up something or going to shop on Amazon. Even though I love Amazon, it's not going to be that easy. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's dive in. So on the first day of Christmas, you can give your INTJ the gift of clear communication. And all the things I'm going to be talking about today are going to be gifts that we'll continue to keep on giving, but clear communication is absolutely key to us. So, you know, INTJs, sometimes they have the stereotype of being cold or sterile or, you know, and that's not the case. That's completely false. Actually, I think people who tend to be more cold and sterile are people who have TI. But we have TE, which is extroverted thinking, which means we're literally about communication with the people around us. So that is a huge thing that is going on in our lives. So, and we don't have our feeling function up at the top, okay? So we don't come off as sometimes as lovey-dovey, as, you know, I'm not gonna shoot the breeze with you. Like, I'm so sorry. My husband gets mad at me all the time because he'll be like having like a shooting the breeze conversation with someone and he gets mad at me because I just like will walk away. And I don't feel like the need to have to contribute because he's kind of contributing on both of our parts, which, okay, I'm working on that. I'm trying to get a little better at shooting the breeze, but listen, not there yet. So, but anyway, with clear communication, if there is something important that needs to be communicated, like, just be clear with us. If you don't understand something, just be like, I don't understand. And I'll be like, okay, I'll try to explain it in a different way or explain it better. I always say INTJs are just trying to human better. We're kind of like aliens, right? And we're trying to communicate with our own species, but like the human side of the species, and we're just trying to human good, okay? So we want to communicate, and sometimes we just don't get off on the same level with everything, okay? But we were really trying very hard. If something is wrong or bothering you, be like, hey, this is bothering me because. Don't just be like, hey, this is bothering me. So I'm going to be like, why? Because we want to understand. And I have a TE, like there's a lot of things that are related to understanding there. So help us understand better by being a clear communicator, and that'll just help everyone. If you're experiencing an emotion, you might have to be like, I'm feeling sad because without because without the because, we're just kind of like, because why, human? So help us understand, be a clear communicator with us. That's it for that. All right, on the second day of Christmas, the next thing you can give to your INTJ for the holidays and forever is the gift of time. Now, INTJs, we have this weird thing with time. I can't totally explain it. It's just this weird thing about time. We're constantly shuffling the time blocks in our head for that week, for that month, for that year, to kind of place where things will best be suited for their efficiency of our overall goals and plans. So that's constantly happening. So when we have to go do something or be present for something, like, we'll be there on time. We're going to be ready to do the thing. We're going to be prepared. And that's just us in our default state, okay? So we're going to do it whether you like it or not. But that doesn't mean that a break from that isn't welcome. So think of it this way, right? Imagine you have a job that you love, and you love going to your job every single day, right? It's just like the best job in the world. But even though it's the best job in the world and you love it, you would still welcome a day off, right? Everyone likes to take a vacation. So the nicest thing that someone can ever say to me is, take your time. So if we have plans to do something and it's been a busy week, I'm like running on the granola that's on the inside glove box of my car, like, telling someone like that, or an INTJ, or anyone for that matter, hey, take your time. If we don't have a plan that has like a time constriction related to it because of something that we're going to do, that is just the nicest thing anyone can ever say. Like, the nicest thing. Because just having maybe like an extra 10 minutes just to like sit down and like regroup, or just not have to be constantly in that preparation mode because of the anticipation of the next thing, it is very, very nice. So give us some time, man. Just be like, take your time. I will be forever grateful. And so will some other INTJs, I'm sure. But then, like, the second that's over, we'll be right back on our train, and that will be that. Okay, on the third day of Christmas, what can you give your INTJ? This one isn't an easy one. This one requires quite a bit more effort, but it is a responsible planning. So, like I mentioned before, right, we have this weird time thing. We're very, like, anticipatory of the next thing that's coming up, the next thing that we're ready to do, what's coming up down the line, how should the blocks be rearranged in front of that so that everything flows in the right way to accomplish that goal, right? But since we're always doing that, it's always nice to have a day off from your job. So if you want to try planning something for someone who's an INTJ, it's really nice when you plan something and then you don't surprise them with it, but you let them know, hey, I planned this, look at all the things that are ready to go, and then they can be like, wow, I don't have to worry about any of that? Let's do it. Here's an idea, right, of how you can do it. So imagine in your head, I'm going to take my INTJ to a place, or I'm going to plan a thing. Let's say we're going to Universal Studios or something like that, right? Walk yourself through in your head every step of the journey from beginning to end and what happens. So think to yourself in your head, okay, let's say we're going to drive there, okay? What time do we need to leave the house to be able to check into our, let's say, Airbnb on time, right? And what are we doing later that day that determines the time we need to check in? And also, what time are we allowed to check in, right? So think about when we're leaving, when we're checking in, what are we doing next, right? And then, okay, so as you do this, write down notes for yourself. Okay, this, and that. Okay, so then what does the next day bring? Okay, we're going to go to this place. We're going to go to that place. This one place requires tickets. We're going to go eat at this place. Okay, let me look at the menu there. Can we eat everything that's on there? Okay, cool. That works. Okay, on to the next day. Okay, we're going to be going home. What time is checkout? Things like that, walking yourself through, I'm telling you, beginning to end, because this is just what we do. Walk yourself through from beginning to end, and then write your notes down, and then take care of those things. And you'll probably do pretty good. And, you know, even just the effort is really greatly loved. But yes, so don't just like surprise them, because I am someone who does not like surprises, because then it's the anxiety of what hasn't been accounted for that I get very nervous about. So be like, hey, I planned this thing, here is the itinerary, this is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna be like, boss, love it. So excited, let's go. On the fourth day of Christmas, you can figure it out yourself. No, literally. So INTJs have this kind of way of being able to figure things out. Now, sometimes putting them into practice isn't always like our best suit, but being able to figure out how it'll work best is our strongest suit. So kind of give us a problem, we'll tackle it, we'll figure it out. And because of that, a lot of times people like to be like, hey, I have this really great idea. It's yours now. It's your baby. Take it. And we're just like, I didn't want this baby. I did not want it. And so, first of all, don't do that to anyone, because that just sucks. But second of all, use this as your personal training time to learn how to figure things out for yourself, because we do not enjoy always being the people who get dumped the projects that were not ours to begin with, just because of the fact that we will figure out and we can figure out how to do it and make it work. Now, by our nature, we want to help you, and a lot of times we will, but I mean, that doesn't make it right that you just kind of give your crap to someone else and just expect them to do it, especially because what it does is cause chaos to our already structured NI plan of like the next now until forever. So learn how to figure things out yourself. We love to share in your wins with you. So if there's something you figured out and you're like, hey, look at this amazing thing I figured out how to do, we're going to be so excited for you. So just figure it out on your own and we'll be very happy. And on the last day of Christmas for your INTJ, this is a pretty simple one. So if none of the other ones, this is a good one for us and probably for anyone else in your life, but it's to help out with some of the sensory. So just because we don't have sensory as a extroverted sensing is our fourth function, but just because we don't have it as one of our first two doesn't mean that we won't do it. It's just kind of a drag. So in our NI planning process, we're going to be anticipating the things to come, and some of that stuff is going to be sensory. Okay, I have to knock out this thing, I have to knock out that thing in order to be able to do this. Okay, fine, I'll do it. But man, like the gift of, once again, it comes back to time. The gift of getting a little bit of time back into your life that you were kind of putting to the side for something else. Let's say getting your oil changed, or like doing the dishes, or something else like that. Getting that little piece of time back, it is like such a huge gift. And it's not just the act that like, okay, you took care of, you know, getting my oil changed or fixing something that needed to be fixed. It's more the idea of you gave me time back, and that is the most valuable thing to me. So think of it that way. And I think that, I mean, for us, it's going to be very valuable, very welcomed. And for a lot of people as well, very valuable and very welcomed. So that's what I got. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. I hope you liked the things, even though they weren't things you could purchase in the store. You know, you can't purchase NI at the store, what can I say? So, I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time with another video on something. It'll probably be like vegan something or whatever, but see you next time.